Hi everyone, good morning. It's Victoria from Ask the Angels. Hope you're okay. Twice in a week, 2 days on the trot. I just sent a distant healing to a client and again felt drawn to sending cards and picking cards for you all. Was 3 cards that I was drawn to choosing from this deck here. This Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle, a relatively new deck that I've been using. But I think it's, excuse me, so important to be employing self-care methods during this time for us all, isn't it? Although we've got plenty of time to be grounded, to be in our houses, to obviously on our daily walk, think about more things. I think sometimes that also is a positive and a negative because it's also causing some stuff to come up for us too. And an opportunity though to also focus more on ourselves and to look at some of those things that we wouldn't necessarily give the time to look at, or employ more avoidance techniques to not look at the things. So the 3 cards that came, I'll show you the first one, which is an interesting one, isn't it? It's alone time. It's number 2. It's alone time. Alone offshore. So she's kind of got all this stuff around her. She's standing on a rock in the middle of the sea, just off the shore, away from all the stuff. And you could kind of say, well, actually, I'm having loads of alone time now. But I think it's more alone time to be doing some of the things that we talked about yesterday, actually, to be... maybe it's to be journaling, maybe it's to be thinking about your stuff. You know, there are lots of emotions that are coming up at the moment for us, and emotions that are perhaps triggered by our situation on various different levels, from work perspective to I'm now in a different environment and how do I deal with that? So your relationships with other people, maybe your fears and the trigger points that they're creating, or just generally more time to be able to sit and think and what some of those things are bringing up. So embrace that. Journaling is a really good way to do that. And actually, she gives you a journal prompt in this card. And it says, how does having alone time make you feel? What emotions and memories come up for you when you're alone? So that's an interesting thing to think about, isn't it, during this time? But she asks you to joyously explore alone time, whether that's you going out for a walk on your own, whether it's you just spending, if you can't do that because your only walk is to go out with your children or to go out with your partner, then maybe it's spending some time quietly alone in a part of your house somewhere, lighting a candle, either having some meditation or doing some journaling, some movement perhaps like yoga, or just small stretches or things like that. But it's about having this alone time. And the mantra that comes along with this card is, I make time to focus on myself. So it's using this time that we have now to focus on you and focus on your emotions and to just become more in tune with yourself, which is a really big focus for various different things that I'm seeing at the moment. The next card was movement, this card here. And this doesn't have to be a big mad bike ride or a run around the park, or, you know, it can be a walk, it can be just stretches, it can be just following a simple, beautiful restorative yoga practice with somebody online, or it can just be lying on the floor and just doing some stretches. But it's about, or it could be doing Joe Wicks if you want to, or doing Oti Mabuse with her dance routines that she's doing online at the minute. But it's about, it's saying, I feel embodied and empowered to move with strength and grace. So it's about creating that clear energy flow throughout your body, introducing new movement and practices into your life so that you're becoming more in tune with your energy, more in tune with how that movement helps you feel, and using it in a supportive way, really, to help become more in touch again with that inside of your body. So see what movements you're called to doing and to using. And then the last card is this one. Nourish your temple. Beautiful. kind of from that core area, but you can see it's going around the whole. So it's focusing on the heart, it's focusing on the crown area, focusing on third eye, down the bottom side too. So it's about nourishing your temple. So in this time now, not just from an eating well and healthy perspective, making sure you're drinking enough water, making sure you're getting enough air, but it's also from an emotional perspective, isn't it? So it's about positive self-talk, including those things that help you to nourish your temple from a whole body perspective, from a physical, mental, spiritual, and also emotional perspective. So those are the 3 cards. I hope they serve you. Again, they're from this deck here, which is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, which I feel is really so important at the minute to give ourselves some self-care. So again, the cards were alone time. So getting some time alone in this time that we've got now, movement. And then the last one was nourishing your temple. I bid you farewell, wish you an amazing Friday and beautiful weekend ahead. Look after yourselves, keep in touch, and look forward to connecting with you all soon. Lots of love, everyone. Bye.